For most of my life, I felt like people hated me for reasons I couldn't understand. I experienced betrayal, gaslighting, rejection, distrust, and emotional isolation over and over again. And eventually, the pain became so intense it triggered a spiritual awakening. My birth chart had been describing these patterns my entire life. And if you've ever felt rejected, misunderstood, emotionally isolated, or spiritually different from other people, this video might explain something about your own life too. On the outside, Leo rising can look confident, calm, and strong. But underneath, my chart revealed something completely different. The first thing I discovered was my moon in the 12th house. In astrology, the 12th house is connected to hidden suffering, emotional isolation, loneliness, spirituality, and feeling emotionally invisible. Because suddenly my emotional life made sense. Even as a girl, I felt emotionally separate from other people, like I was observing life instead of fully living inside it. I learned early to hide what I really felt. Then I discovered Saturn in my 8th house. Saturn is the planet of loneliness, pressure, endurance, and karmic lessons. The 8th house rules trauma, betrayal, fear, psychological intensity, and power struggles. The scapegoating, the emotional manipulation, the constant feeling that people projected negativity onto me, especially inside my family dynamics. Around the ages of 12 to 15, Saturn activated major parts of my chart. That was a period where I emotionally shut down. So I stopped expecting emotional safety from people. Then I discovered Pluto in my first house. People with Pluto in the first house often trigger strong reactions in others without even trying. And that can attract jealousy, suspicion, projection, manipulation, and other things. When I read about Pluto in the first house, it felt like I was reading my life story. The gossip, the distrust, and the strange hostility from people I barely knew, especially combined with Uranus in my first house. Then I discovered Neptune near my IC. The IC represents childhood, family, emotional roots, and the inner foundation of life. Neptune can create emotional confusion inside the family system. When I discovered this placement, I finally understood why my childhood always felt emotionally impossible to explain to other people. Then came the biggest turning point in my life. In my late 30s and early 40s, Pluto's transits completely transformed my inner life. But through all of that pain, something unexpected happened. I began waking up spiritually. The isolation pushed me inward. The betrayal pushed me inward. Many things pushed me inward. Around my mid 40s, Neptune became much stronger in my chart. During this period, I began exploring spirituality, consciousness, energy vibration, and the deeper meaning behind suffering itself. The pain had transformed me spiritually. What once felt like punishment became initiation. I began to understand about higher vibrational energy. Pisces is connected to spirituality, compassion, intuition, and other things. The pain was pushing me towards spiritual awakening. Astrology helped me understand myself in ways nothing else ever did. I found the living flame and the expression of the universe existing within myself. It gave meaning to experiences I struggled to explain for most of my life. But helping us to understand the deeper journey unfolding underneath our existence. Because one answer leads to another, and one insight leads to another. And slowly, finally, your life begins making sense in a way that you never dreamt of before.